Hello friends, today's question is by Mrs. Naik. She doesn't want me to take her full name, so I'm not taking her full name. And myself, Dr. Poonam Sambhaji. Her question goes this way, and I'm reading it from my laptop screen, which is placed underneath over here. So she asked me, hi ma'am, I want to know about ear infection in babies below 6 months of age and how to know the ear infection is gone in babies after the medication is given. My baby got infection and I know that it is because of feeding in a sleeping position, but she latches good in sleeping position. Sitting position becomes difficult for me to hold her properly, so I don't know what to do. Second thing she has written is, I used to feed her bottle as well as breastfeeds, but now I have stopped the bottle feed. Please guide. So thank you Mrs. Naik for asking me this question. And first and foremost, since your baby is less than 6 months of age, now it is very important for us to know, is she 6 months, nearing 6 months, is she more than 4 months, or is she less than 4 months? Okay, if she is less than 4 months and less than 6 months, see to it that you put the baby exclusive on breastfeeding. And if at all she has been already dual feed and there is a problem in the milk production wherein you are already struggling with the milk production, see to it that you give her spoon and vati feed rather than a bottle feed. Sleeping position and bottle feeding are really bad combination for baby. Breastfeeding you can give in whatever position you want, but not bottle feeding. Okay, I'm strictly against the bottle feeding as much as possible. I try to see that my patients go on vati and spoon feeding, and I explain to the mother the importance of it. Now it is entirely the parents' choice and the parents' comfort level and the support that the parents get, because of which they fall prey to the bottle feeding. Now your question regarding how do you recognize whether the ear infection is gone or no. So the answer to this is that whether the ear infection is there or no, that we come to know when we see inside the ear with a instrument called a otoscope. Now when the otoscope is directed inside the ear, the light which is shown through the otoscope and the magnifying glass, that shows us what is going behind the eardrum or in front of the eardrum. Depending upon that, we classify the infection as external otitis media or internal otitis media. In the internal otitis media, it may be acute otitis media or it may be just otitis media with effusion. Okay, now it is very important for us to know whether the baby had acute otitis media or otitis media with effusion, which are two different entities. Whereas in acute otitis media, I need to start the baby on specific medications such as antibiotics and all. In otitis media with effusion, we may not start them on antibiotic, observe them, put them on some painkiller or fever medicine and observe what happens to the baby over time. This requires a lot of patience from the parent's side as well as from the treating doctor's side. There should not be haste in starting the antibiotic. Many times it so happens that with the fever, many times parents themselves start asking, no doctor, we have to start antibiotic. I want antibiotic because fever is not settling. Okay, not all. Remember one more thing, recently I think someone sent me an email wherein the baby had come to me for some viral infection and I had just given the fever some fever medicine, some rubs, some fluids to drink, etc. So the grandfather of the child wrote to me in an email that why the baby requires this 5-6. 5-6 means it was ointment to be applied, a fever medicine, a nasal drop to be applied, some cough remedy which was there, and some fluids because the child was just not eating anything, some fluids that I had given. And the grandfather even wrote to me like, why not start the baby only on amoxicillin, some cough medicine. Only 3 medicines are enough for the baby to be improved. Here I would like to address to it like, sir, if only 3 medicines were required, I mean, why do you think the doctors do 5.5 years of MBBS to learn so much about the diseases and the medications, and following that 3.5 to 4 years even of specialization and then even super specialization? Why learn so much when only 3 medicines can cure the baby or cure anyone according to that past email? Now that's a separate story, it just came to my mind, so I said it. Okay, so coming to your the question like whether you will understand whether the baby has improved from the otitis media. No, it is difficult for you to understand, but definitely if your doctor has seen the ear infection with the otoscope, he will be able to tell you whether it is settling or no by re-examining the baby with the otoscope. Okay, her second question was yes, about the bottle feeding. Now I would advise here to all the mothers, as much as possible, try to put the baby on vati and spoon feeding. There is something known as Gokarnam, or a small 15 ml spoon. I mean, it would be a big spoon which has a snot like thing. It is called Gokarnam. So you can just Google for it, or it is also called Pallada, P-A-L-A-D-A, Pallada. You can Google for it. It is very easy to feed the baby even with this, and once you start feeding the baby with such type of devices, the child gets used to feeding with those devices. Moment you put them on a bottle feeding, which seems to be very easy, but over time, you continue the bottles, then there are problems with the bottles, then there are problems with the decay of the teeth, because babies are drinking milk with the sugar which is put in it, which is not good, again not good for child's health. Okay, so yes, I think Mrs. Naik's question I have answered here. To all those mothers, the takeaway points from this video is that as much as possible avoid bottle feeding. If you're bottle feeding, avoid bottle feeding in a sleeping position, in an unattended child. See to it that the child is attended when he or she is taking bottle feed. Third thing is that whenever there is infection in the ear, it requires assessment with the otoscope. So otoscope has to be used when you are checking for the ear infection, especially the internal ear infection. And it is always better to have a follow-up after 5 to 7 days to check the ear again, to see what has happened to the otitis, whether it is settling, it is not settling, whether ENT doctor's opinion is required or no. And regarding, yes, just a small message towards the people, towards the grandfather who had written the email to me. I don't know whether he will see this video, but yes, only 3 medicines are not written in medicine or in pediatrics or even in adults. There are n number of medicines, and many times we try to see that the child gets treated with not medicines which have effects and side effects, but with simple medicines with which the baby may get almost treated naturally with his own immunity, rather than trying to feed the baby with antibiotic unnecessarily, which many doctors like pediatricians are against. And we are being taught every time to empirically use antibiotics. Okay, so we do see to it that we take the steps to avoid. Many of the doctors who are practicing ethically will see to it that they do not start antibiotic unless warranted otherwise. Okay, but yes, definitely when you don't start antibiotic for a child or something, to know the course of the disease or to know the progress of the disease, we need a proper follow-up of the child. So many parents feel, I will go once to the doctor and then the patient should settle within 1 or 2 days. No, things don't work out like that. Many times you may require 1 or 2 follow-ups to see that the baby is settling. You may require 3 to 4 days for the baby to settle, because after all, we are trying to take help of the body's immunity to overcome the diseases. I hope I have answered your question, Mrs. Naik. Along with that, I have tried to answer one more question also. I hope this video has not become boring and it has given you some or the other knowledge. If yes, it has given you knowledge, please share this video, like this video, and do follow me on all my 3 handles, including this YouTube channel, Dr. Poonam's Vlog. Thank you. Bye-bye.